each other. He's a friend from work.
I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe.
Don't you ever talk about me!
The Killing Time Podcast with Lux and Cody.
We are back. Episode 8 of the Killing Time Podcast. What is up?
What's up,
Cody,
bro?
how are you?
How we doing, man? We're here.
What are we even doing today? I don't have a clue. What's there to talk about? I'm not prepared. I kind of prepared, but I'm not fully prepared. If that makes sense, right?
Dude, we'll talk about whatever you want. Whatever.
How's life?
Well, okay. We'll start off.
Okay.
You asked, so now you're going to get it.
All right.
So, initially we were going to do this yesterday. And
Yes.
I'll tell you. It's going to be a story, but hell, we don't have nothing planned, so let's talk about it.
Let's do it.
I got 2 dogs, and my male dog likes
What kind of dogs?
boxers.
Tell everyone.
I got 2 boxers at home, and my male dog, he likes to get out. He likes to escape, and
El Chapo.
you know I have neighbors everywhere,
Yeah.
real close. So,
Jews in the basement.
well, that's what he'll give up if he brings people sniffing around. You know what I'm saying, dog? I can't have people coming around here finding the Jews, finding the meth lab. I got the pot growing over here.
Right. You got the whole setup.
Yeah, everything.
Mexican
The fucking
tunnels.
child trafficking underneath
Right.
my bathroom.
Epstein's. You got Epstein's Kleenexes. You got all kinds of stuff.
All a joke. Everything's a joke. YouTube, don't
Yeah.
go crazy. I don't need the FBI coming. But anyways,
Ghislaine Maxwell. You got her notebook down there.
I have a bed prepared for her for when her time. I already said on Twitter she's more than welcome in my house. I have a little cot, a whole setup for her.
And your dog's
She's
like,
welcome.
over here.
So my dog likes to get out, and when he gets out, my dog listens to me in the house, immaculate,
Okay.
perfect, dude. But when he gets out, he will not listen. But
The
we
wild
also
side
know-
takes over.
Yeah, dude. He just goes. And, like, that's how he gets out. He barges through or bulldogs his way through through the screen door and just goes, dude. And he won't listen to you, dude. He won't listen at all. So I'm out there, right? And he's scared because now he knows he's not allowed out there, and he knows I'm mad, and he's in trouble when he gets in the house. You don't really even have to hit him. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to... You don't have to, dude. You don't even have to hit the dog. Like, I used to paddle his butt when he was a puppy, like thinking I smack him. Now all he has to know is I'm mad and he doesn't like it. So
Right.
I get out there. I'm like, hey, he's running. I'm like, get over here, right? And I'm screaming, dude.
Get over here.
Yeah, I tried, but I'm screaming, dude, and I'm mad, and I'm like, the fuck, dude? I'm screaming, right? And I told you I have neighbors. The FedEx guy grabs my dog.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm surprised he didn't, like, jump on him.
No, the FedEx guy grabs my dog, and he's, like, sitting there holding him, like, has his arms hugged around him, holding him, dude. And I go up to him, and the FedEx guy's like, stop hollering. He's like, stop hollering. He's
Would
scared.
you shut up?
He's scared. He
Biden in the
doesn't-
thing.
Dude,
Would you
dude,
shut
listen.
up, man?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. He was holding my dog, knelt down, kneeled down. He was holding my dog, and I'm like, "Listen, dude, I don't need you to tell me what to do, how to treat my dog. I raised this dog since he was puppy." And like he's like, "No, you just gotta calm down. He's scared. Would you want to come to something?" I'm like, "Listen, bro, you gotta, dude." So this whole thing turned into him like following me down to my house, like while I take my dog inside. I'm like, "Dude, I told you to leave." Like, I was being so disrespectful. Bro, like, literally.
He's part-time package deliverer, part-time dog whisperer?
Dude, seriously. This guy was acting like he knew. And I was like, dude, I was being so disrespectful to him. Like, I'm not going to lie. To the point, because I was already mad my dog got out and he wouldn't listen to me. And then I got this guy, So I was just being mean and disrespectful. So, like, it like, put me into a funk all day yesterday. I was like, man, I felt bad for being mean to the guy. Because, like, Lux, I'm not joking. I was mean to him. I was like, and I told you to leave.
Hey,
I'm like,
man, quit
I'm
hollering at your dog.
Yeah, dude, he was being a dick.
You're scaring him.
Yeah, I know, dude. He was pissing me off.
Hey, you don't just yell at your wife, do you, whenever she doesn't listen to you?
Shut up, dude. This is exactly what he was saying, dude. This is exactly the stuff he was saying to me. And I'm like, bro, I need you to give me my dog. I was pissed, dude. I was pissed. And I don't even want to get back into it because the shit I said.
Why are you being so hostile, man? Hey,
shout
man.
out Craig from FedEx. Sorry I was so aggressive yesterday. But
hey, man. When you go into the bank and they get your quarters wrong, you don't immediately just start screaming at them, do you?
He tells me he's like this, dude, swear to God. So I come back, I put my dog in, then I go back out and I'm like, hey man, listen, sorry about that, dude. Didn't mean to get so aggressive with you, whatever, but listen, man, you know, don't just get in one's business, you know. Dude, listen, Lux, listen to me. I had the floor for about 30 seconds and then he takes over, dude. He gives me an ear beating for about 8 minutes to 10 minutes.
The Punisher. He punishes you.
So he's saying he's like, listen, man, you gotta go down there and give him love. You know, they want love. You know, like when you start a new job, you gotta spread love. Like sometimes, you know what you gotta do? You gotta kiss ass, right? You know, when you get a girlfriend for this is what he says. Swear to God, he goes like this. This is when he ends the conversation. He goes, you get a girlfriend for the first time. You know, what do you gotta do? Sometimes you gotta kiss ass. He goes, now go down there and kiss some ass. Meaning kiss my dog's ass, like be nice to him. Hell no, dude.
You should have been like, I'm gay. I'm not into women.
Yeah, so I don't know. It just
hey man,
flustered all day long.
The moral of life is you just gotta kiss ass sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes you don't want to kick ass. You just have to kiss it.
Kiss it.
Just kiss the universe's ass. And every once in a while,
it'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Somebody will kiss your ass.
Yeah, man.
Man, fuck yeah, he pissed me off. But, no, he was making me mad. No, he had he was like your button up Dockers shirt tucked in, khakis, like that kind of guy, FedEx guy. Like he drove the van. He wasn't the gunslinger. You know what I mean? Out there with the big bus and shit. But
like that?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. So but the reason behind it is like I've been trying to not take myself to that level of anger, right? Like, because dude, it wouldn't have mattered who was sitting there. I was just basically telling them shut up, dude. I'm not listening to you. I don't want to say what I was saying because it's childish, and I was mad, dude. I was super mad, and with me having a kid coming and everything like that, you know, a little one on the way. I want to try to be more calm and not get to them points. So when I did get to that level and I acted and behaved that way, it kind of threw me off my curve. But I did go apologize to the guy. Not that it makes it right, but I wanted to make sure I at least apologized. I'm trying to not get that way, but it's far and few between. But when it happens, boy, I'm kind of an asshole.
So how does your dog just drop kick the door and sprint, or how does it get out? Because they're big dogs.
So I was talking to my wife, and she was getting ready to walk outside, and he just pushed his way through. Mm-hmm. He's just fast, and
I see.
He just
bowled his way through. Yeah.
Yep.
I got out one time as a kid, and they didn't find me for 4 days.
That's awesome.
I was just roughing it up in the woods in Daleboro. I came back with a 5 o'clock shadow, some scruff, lost a couple pounds. I had a scar.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
It was great, dude. They got out. They couldn't find me. And it happened to be on 4th of July, so the fireworks spooked me, and I ran up into the woods to find shelter. And I actually met this guy that lived up in the woods. Can't remember his name. It was Clark or something. But he had this fisherman's jacket on. And I'm like, you're in the woods. What are you wearing this fisherman jacket for? And he turns to me and he goes, do you ever see The Matrix? And keep in mind, I'm 6. And I'm like, no. And he goes, well, you're living in it. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go find my own shelter. Thanks, Clark. But did you ever get out as a kid? For a couple of days or no?
No, but I got a good story for you.
Oh, okay.
About that. So I'm 15 years old. My cousin says, hey, I need you to watch her daughter. And she's she's 3. I need you to watch her for 3 hours tops. Okay? They're going to go do something. I'm 15 years old, something like that, dude. I'm well capable. Well, the baby takes a nap, I take a nap. I snooze longer than I listen, dog. I snooze longer than the baby.
Dude, wait a second. Let's just already. We need to press pause for a second, bro. Can you watch my sister's cousin's baby for 3 hours? 3 hours tops. That's all they need. And you're like, yeah, sure, man. The first thing you do is take a nap. How,
Yo,
like,
bro,
what kind of baby are we talking? Like months,
3
weeks?
years, 3 year old.
3 years old. A toddler. And you just
toddler.
nap.
And she's like more like a niece than a cousin.
Where is
she's
she?
Like my little niece. What do you mean? We're at her
Where is
house.
she? Where in the house?
In the living room.
Where?
On the living room floor on a little bed. Like she has her own little roll out mat bed.
And where are
with a
you?
blanket and stuff. I'm on the couch.
Above her?
Above her. So I
Dude,
put a
you could
movie
have
on.
rolled off the couch and landed on her. What are we doing?
No, I'm 15 at this time. I ain't this big. Nah, dude.
Still,
Nah.
it doesn't matter. She's 3.
Nah, you're good. You're good. I trust me, dog. Watch
I'm
this.
good.
So
are you?
No.
You're
she's,
like, I got this.
No, she's
Kicking your
good,
legs
right?
up and
because that's the first thing I would do. Like, first thing I do is I'd make their parents. I'd be like, all right, first thing you gotta do is you gotta give them a bath before you leave. That's the very first thing. They must be clean when I get there, no matter if it's bath time or
I
not.
thought you're saying this like the first thing I'm gonna do is bat the shit out of your kid.
No,
They
dude,
need to.
come on.
they have to bath their kid before you.
Yeah, I'm telling them like,
Yeah,
but when I get
yeah.
there, make sure they're bathed and ready,
Clean,
right?
like sparkling. I want the thing
Yeah,
to shine.
dude, I don't want
Yeah.
that. I don't want that grimy stuff. Like
boogers and
touching-
fucking applesauce from last year.
No,
Dude,
and then
kids
I
get
like.
dirty.
Then I basically, make them lay down, take a nap, and see how long I can get them to sleep for. But I fell asleep, and apparently I slept longer than she did. And she got up and went for the door. She put like a pair. I think she put my shoes on actually.
Oh, Jesus.
To be honest with you, yeah, I think she put my shoes on and she went outside and walked like to the neighbor's house.
Nice.
Yeah, it was kind of bullshit, but nobody was mad. They just brought her over and like knocked on the door. I jumped up and shit.
Oh, what's going on in here?
yeah, dude. Seriously, like I just,
There
I was
she
like, oh.
is. We were playing hide and seek, and
Hey, I sent her over. Did you guys not have the sugar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, come on. You know what I mean? I was like, oh.
here's your shoes back, dude. All right, so you got fired as a babysitter, right?
First try, yeah.
That's great. That is great. First thing you do is
pissed.
take a nap.
Dude, but I don't know if that happens now, man. I imagine people call like child services. And shit.
Oh, dude, SWAT team shows up at your house and beats the shit out of you.
Yeah.
They take your dogs away. They do everything.
I mean, with Biden president, if they got out now, you probably wouldn't get your kid back.
No. Shit. What was I gonna say? Hey, Gizmo.
Tell
Calm
Gizmo
down,
to
bud.
shut
It's
the
gonna be
fuck
all right. Shit. I know. Hi. Hello. Want to say hi?
Please. I hope he fucks you up on camera.
He's in the mood right now. Let's go. Okay. All right.
Is he hissing?
Here he is. No, he's not hissing, but look, his claws are out, and look, he just Derrick Henry stiff-armed me. Holy shit. What is up, dude? We cool? No?
Gizmo.
We got the first guest on the podcast here. All right. Okay. God damn it. All right, whatever. We'll move on to something else, I guess. Oh. So you said they had to be clean before. Because like babies, like toddlers, and when they get that shit all over their face and then it's on their like hands, their hands get filthy.
Filthy
Do you
dirty, I
have
can't
do you
do it.
think as someone that doesn't have a kid yet, do you think you have to have one to get to the point where that doesn't bother you?
No, never. It's always gonna bother me.
You know,
I'm gonna
'cause-
make sure I have babies wipes that are. Yeah, no, dude, that'll always bother me.
I can't do the
Never
mac and
will be
cheese
okay.
fingers and shit.
No, none of the dirty shirts, none of that. No, I can't do that stuff.
I was
Don't
kids.
even, don't even look at me. You're grossing me out. Like,
I
get
was
this
at
thing away.
my aunt's house one time, and one of her kids was like licking this, like, you know how like army guys, like their feet have like a little platform on it.
right, exactly.
It wasn't an army guy, but it was something like that. It was like a little statue, and it had like a base to it. And they were just licking. I thought they were just licking. I grabbed it, and there was like green stuff. Who even knows? It could have been like year-old celery. Just, I don't know, like going to town on it. Like, ew, what is wrong with you? You pick up the remote, and you're like, what? What kind of tater tot, mac and cheese, ketchup finger?
No,
Ugh.
no. See, it won't happen that way with me.
No. That's the thing that really scares me about it.
When I see kids like that are dirty, they become things. Like
They are things.
get that
Well, they
thing-
are
get-
things.
No, they become things to me. Not like her, him. Get that thing in the bathtub, right? Like
Hose that thing
But-
down.
get that thing away from me. Ah, that thing's looking at me. What the?
Right.
What is that thing? You know?
Right. I guess they don't know any better, but we did the same shit. But it's still, I don't know. That's where
No, did your parents allow you to go? Just have snot crusted to your face.
I don't know what they did. I don't know what the hell they did with me. Shit, I was out in the woods talking to strangers for 4 days. I don't know what they did to me. I think they did all right because here we are, but I don't know. That's an interesting thing to raise a human, and you're just getting started. I know.
I don't even want to think about it.
I know,
Ooh-wee.
but you hear
but
that again?
It is. Yeah,
He's yelling at me. What the hell's going on?
it is very interesting. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be It's going to be the most challenging
For
thing I've ever
sure.
done.
For sure.
I think
But-
you have to look at it as that, as it being challenging. If it's not, then if you think it's going to be easy, then you're probably not going to do the best at it.
No, you're an asshole. You're an asshole. Yeah. I think when it comes to like the dirty shit we were just talking about, that's where you, when you look back and you know you had a good mom, that's where you're like, you understand like, wow, they really had to go through some shit. Cleaning you up
Yes.
and making sure the house was always presentable and shit like that. Like, not that your dad can't do that, but to just like the smells and that's just, I'm getting sick just thinking about it. I can't do this shit.
Dude, I couldn't even make it through. Dude, I couldn't make it past the part where you said cleaning you up.
Oh,
Just imagine, that's just, and then you're just like, ugh.
dude, I shit up my back.
Yeah, dude.
No, like up to my neck.
Yeah, dude.
I used to just fucking.
Hey, babies.
How?
Yeah, that's a common thing. That's a common
How?
thing for babies, dude. That's
Yes,
gross.
like I couldn't. I can't handle that.
Because when you're a baby, you just let it fucking fly.
Oh my! me and my cousin were at my parents' house watching a pay-per-view one time, just the two of us, and we came home, and this is when Nova was still young, and she had diarrhea all throughout the living, or not the living room, the like the mud room, and like my cousin Brandon had to clean it up. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't be in that room. I said, "Get me out of here. We'll go somewhere else. We'll go somewhere else and watch." I could not do it. It was that bad, and let alone like with a child, you're doing that every 12 hours.
Who is?
The parents.
Nah. Not me, dog.
Parent.
Not me, dog.
The parent.
She
You're
don't
gonna have
do
to.
that. I signed the waiver.
You're gonna have to. There's
Early
no
on.
waivers. You're gonna have to, dude.
No, I will.
She's gonna
I'll
be at
do
work
it.
one night. You're gonna be stuck at home with the kid.
But you know
You're
what
gonna
I'll
have
do?
to.
I'll dangle that thing upside down over the sink, and I'll just hose it off.
You're gonna have. Oh. Dude,
I'll
it's
figure
gonna
it
splash back in your face. I've seen, you know, the videos of like babies throwing up on people.
Oh,
Saw the
yeah.
one. It threw up in the dude's mouth.
Ooh, dude.
Because he was like talking to it, and his mouth was open, and she spit up.
I mean, I've had it happen
How do
on
you
my
know?
face.
Here's my thing. Like, I think my immediate reaction would be to throw the child, and it was of age where throwing the child might have killed the thing. Like, that's a
No, for some reason, I've had it happen to me. I had my nephew puke on my face once. I was holding him up. I didn't know he just.
I don't
ate
hold
us.
babies. I won't hold a
You
baby.
don't?
When they're all like, "Go
Really?
ahead," no, nope.
Not at any
no.
age.
Won't do it. Will not do it. I did it.
What?
I did it when my cousin. I guess I held my sister, but I was too young. But my cousin Jude was born. He's 9 or 10. I held him for a little bit, like in the hospital when you had to like get cleaned up and shit. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. The neck doesn't hold their head. Like they're all like, you got to support. No, I can't do this. Like when it's my own, it'll be a different story. But like, I'm not killing your baby. I'm sorry. I'm just not. Like,
Yeah,
don't make
it's
me
not-
hold your child.
Why do you want me to hold it? It's not.
I'm not doing diapers. Like when it's my own, it's a different story. But I'm not doing like I won't hold a baby. It's what, dude. Your arms get tired and shit.
I know, dude. I know.
It's 8 pounds, and you're like, God damn. I don't like it.
I know.
It freaks me out. I also don't get excited. This is probably an emotional disorder thing, but when there's babies, it's more like I'll see you in a couple years kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because it's.
I mean, some people do the baby thing, some people don't.
Right.
You know how it goes.
So strange. So strange.
So, do you have HBO Max?
Yeah.
How is it? You like it?
I mean, the only thing I've really watched on it was The Sopranos, and I watched like movies that I've already seen. I haven't watched anything new on it.
I'm about to get HBO Max, I think.
Yeah. Just watch The Sopranos.
I think they said that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they said a lot of the movies that are going to be in theaters 2021 are going to be on HBO Max as well.
I think Warner Brothers. I think it's the Warner Brothers movies.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm super thirsty. What'd you say?
I think it's Warner Brothers.
Oh, okay.
The Warner Brothers Studios. You know, I'm a fan of going to the theater.
Sure.
I do understand, I guess, with 2020 that the theater industry is taking a big hit, much like many other industries. But this isn't just pandemic related with theaters dwindling. And you know the big complaint you always hear people say is like, well, because of the price, you pay the ticket for $12 and then the popcorn's this and the soda's that. And I get that. But I don't think a lot of people understand, one, how much it costs to run a business, and then two, how much they pay to have those reels, those film reels. Shit is not cheap. Like, you're talking tens of thousands of dollars to get these blockbusters. And they have to get the blockbusters because that's what's going to guarantee asses and seats. I wouldn't want to run a movie theater. But me personally, if there's a movie out that I want to see, I make it an effort to go to the theater because I think that experience of being in there on the big screen and with the sound and then eating popcorn and drinking the soda, like, I love that experience. And that's why, like, actually, over quarantine, whenever my local theater opened back up, they were playing, like, they were doing reruns, and I got to see movies that I never would have got the chance to see in a theater, like Jaws and E.T., like older movies like that.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. So I hope the HBO Max Warner Brothers thing helps keep the studios afloat so that they can make movies for us to see, but I really hope it doesn't hurt the theaters too bad. You know? I hope it doesn't hurt theaters because the entertainment industry in general took a massive hit. And we talked about this months ago. It's easy for us to say, like, oh, Robert Downey Jr., he's fine. He doesn't need to make movies. I'm not worried about Robert Downey Jr. Like, everyone underneath.
There's a lot of people involved.
The guy that sets up the lights, like Robert Downey Jr.'s not getting work, but neither's the guy that's setting up the lights, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And then, like, at concert venues and the people that are selling drinks and selling tickets, like they're the custodians at the venues, those are jobs. So, like, just because the bands aren't coming to town and the artists aren't coming to town, they're all millionaires. We get that. But, like, every venue that hasn't had shows, theaters and venues, like, they employ people that work there, regardless of who's playing shows there, you know. So the entertainment industry just as a whole took a massive, massive hit this year by things being closed. And then, like, the live streams that bands are throwing together, like on Facebook and shit, I really hope they're kicking back to, like, their road crews and the people behind the scenes because Like the big bands, the big artists, the rap stars, like they all have their money. They can sit out a year and they're going to be fine. But they got people behind them, behind the scenes, doing a lot of work that haven't worked since March.
Yeah.
You know? Set designers, light guys.
Dude, not only did they not work since March, but they missed one of their biggest times of the year. They missed the summer of 2020. So they missed the summer
for
months.
music, for live music.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ. All the festivals that go on in the summer, like, you got to think of all those vendors, food trucks, all that shit, like, massive hit.
The summer is the booming economy.
Right.
It's the time that people are doing shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it comes back. I don't know how we get the ball rolling. Our wonderful governor got COVID. So
I don't understand. Like,
at this point, I don't know what to say, what to do.
seriously.
You're just...
It's...
I mean, I've been this way. Not really at this point. I've been over it.
Yeah. And like all the you've been hearing all the rumors of Pennsylvania getting shut down again?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, kind of.
I heard, but we've heard nothing but rumors since freaking February, so what's it matter?
Yeah, really.
I don't think it's I don't know, it's hard to tell. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a restaurant and bar shut down from like week of Christmas until New Year's Day, something like that, but I can't see them doing another full lockdown.
Shut down.
Yeah. That's just me.
Who knows? So let me ask you, this kind of off topic, obviously, but did Bird do JRE? Did Bird do Joe Rogan?
I only got like 15 minutes in so far.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. So it's on Spotify.
Yeah. It's free on Spotify.
Yeah.
You don't have to get Spotify for premium.
I already have it. What's
You have Spotify premium?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. Did you watch Bill Burr on Tiger Belly or?
No, I haven't. What is he promoting right now? Are they doing another Evans for Family? Is he promoting something?
I don't remember. I didn't finish the episode, so I don't know if I heard the plugs. But
he's on. He's doing shows in Texas.
Oh,
He's doing shows in Texas. That's why he was with Joe Rogan. But he will be. I'm assuming this next episode he'll be back on The Mandalorian.
You should watch that episode of Tiger Belly when you get the chance.
Yeah, I would.
It's
anything with Bill
hilarious.
Burr is going to be good. That's the Bobby Lee podcast.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah. So I don't know, man. Just living life.
Yeah, I hear you. Let me pull this up 1 second here. I got to show you something here. Now you can see, right?
Yeah, it's not the greatest quality.
No, it's not.
What the fuck? Did it spin around and smack him in the back of the head and knock him out?
Oh, what an asshole. Why? What goes through people's minds when they do shit like that? That is one. Let me get the other one up here for you. All right, you can see?
Yes, yeah, I can see.
Okay.
It's loading. Oh, what in the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, let me play it again. Dude. That it's not even like
It just crumbles.
what did they make this ring out of for his legs to just snap like that? Dude, look at
Look, dude.
Dude,
You can see what they made it out of. It's complete wood. It's just
there's no bounce whatsoever, dude. It's literally like 6 people in their backyard with tarps, work lamps. He's like, oh.
Dude, it broke
They got the music playing. He does this little weird spin and then busts both of his legs.
Oh my god, dude.
And like no one cares. And then they stop the music. No one gives a shit.
Would you shit if that guy pinned him?
He runs 1, 2, 3.
Bro, have you ever seen that kid that says, fuck this shit?
Shit,
And then-
Superhuman. Oh, I love him.
dude.
I love him.
Dude,
It's
I love
from all
watching
my
that.
gigolos and gigolets.
Fuck
Fuck this shit.
that kid makes me laugh, dude. That kid makes me laugh.
The tacks and barbed wire and fluorescent bulbs.
Oh my God.
Okay, I do have another
That's
thing
hilarious,
here,
dude.
and I'm gonna cut this out too. So everyone at home, I'm not gonna put this into the broadcast, but there will be a link, and then you'll understand what we're talking about here in a second, because I don't want to get any copyright bullshit. So, okay, so your thoughts?
What? First of all, why'd you show me that? Second of all, that can't be real.
Dude,
That makes sense though. Like that's every Lifetime movie.
no, it's real. KFC made a Lifetime movie, and Mario Lopez, and wasn't he just on the Tyson thing? Wasn't that Mario Lopez?
I think so. Yeah.
He is Colonel Sanders. Isn't that insane?
That is insane. That's
Yes.
crazy to me.
Yes.
That's out of this world. No way. No way.
Yes, this is real life. So that's a thing we have to look forward to.
I'm not gonna watch that.
No one's gonna watch that.
Yes,
Or
you
everyone's
are.
gonna watch it. I don't know.
You're gonna watch it.
Jesus, my cat is going crazy tonight. He's up on the dresser. And this dresser, it's the dresser right above my steps. He one time fell off it and went down my entire staircase. And since
always
that
under
day, he hasn't gone up on my dresser until like a month ago. I guess he finally got over it. So now he jumps up on my dresser again. I don't know what his deal is tonight. Anyway, so we can talk about that disaster of a Monday night football game.
Was it a disaster?
Yes, it was a disaster.
Or was it the same? Is it the same we've been playing?
So it's the same we've been playing for most of the season, and I figured it out, and it's a pretty obvious thing to figure out. But all of our offensive problems stem from one thing, and that one thing is that we are one-dimensional.
Yep. No. Longer.
And which is an obvious thing to say when you can't run, you can only throw. But I mean beyond that. When I say we're one-dimensional, our one dimension is, and you know how they've been jerking Ben off for the last 4 weeks of how quick he gets rid of the ball. And, oh, my God, we can't believe this guy used to hold on to the ball for 7-10 seconds. Now he gets rid of the ball faster than anyone in the league. That our one dimension is our offense is designed on getting the ball out in 2 seconds to, 1, get rid of a pass rush, 2, catch the defense off guard, and 3, get the ball into the hands of our playmakers, all right? So that is our entire offensive scheme, is get rid of the ball in 2 seconds. And if you watch the game, it doesn't matter if it's 1st and 10, 1st and 20, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 2. That is the fucking game plan. Get the ball out of Ben's hands. So our offensive line is so designed on blocking for 2 seconds and being done so that whenever it comes time to run the ball and they got to hold blocks, they're not so used to doing it because they're throwing the ball 50 times. So that is off. Our wide receivers are dropping the ball at an alarming rate. Why? Because their job is to catch the ball and then get all of our fucking yards. It's 3rd and 12. Well, you have, here's a 2-yard pass. Now go get us 12 yards. So balls in their hands are already thinking about that next step. Why are we getting so many batted down balls? Well, because the defense knows they can't sack Ben Roethlisberger. He hasn't been sacked in, 5 weeks? So they know they're not going to sack him. So what do? They post off of their block and throw their arms up into the throwing lanes. Because they know that ball is getting thrown in 2 seconds. So how did the game get ended? A batted ball got intercepted. And that was bound to happen. How many tip passes did you see on Monday? It was bound to land into the hands of a Washington player. So I am no expert in football, barely played in high school, never played in college, never coached at any level, never schemed. To me, it's abundantly clear that our entire scheme is throw the ball in 2 seconds. Doesn't matter down, distance, situation, does not fucking matter. That is our scheme. They haven't changed all season. In the text chats, I've been complaining about it. On this podcast, I've complained about the short routes.
But why?
We have
But
no
why would
post
they change?
patterns. We have no cross. Why would we change? Because this is exactly why we would change. So we had the Jacksonville game and the Bengals game back to back, where we just got to sit on our couches. Our heart rate never went up. We beat the shit out of those teams, and it was all fine and dandy. Well, why? Because the Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars don't have good enough coaching staffs to realize what the fuck we're doing. Every other game we played in this season has been a dogfight, outside of the Browns game, because most teams caught on to what the hell we're doing. This year on offense, we might have been statistically good at certain points, scoring 25 points a game. Ben's been getting around 250 yards, 3 touchdowns a game, very limited interceptions, because they're how do I want to put it? They're so persistent and repetitive in doing it, like it's bound to work at some point. Well, when you play, it didn't work against Dallas. We just had to wait. We had to wait for Dallas to pretty much blow the game. The Titans caught on in the second half. We had to hang on by a thread. The Ravens game was a disaster. Both Ravens games were close. Teams are catching on to what we're doing, and Chase Young said it himself. He saw Baltimore expose things, and it's like when you're one dimension within a one dimension, it's not going to be hard.
Saying, yeah.
Our defense can only do so much, but when we're going third and out, and our defense was on the field so much against Washington, so much, and they were playing their asses off, getting field goals and field goals and field goals. But for fuck's sake, when it's fourth and we can't convert fourth downs, we can't convert red zone, we can't convert goal lines, and this is not me shitting and complaining about the Steelers. Like, I'm not turning on them. It's not that. It's I know we have the skill to beat anyone in the league, and I'm not going back on what I said last week whenever you asked me about the Chiefs. I'm not going back on that whatsoever. Skill for skill, pound for pound, on our best day, like I said last week, our best day, no one can beat Pittsburgh Steelers. It just can't be done. But at some point, Randy Fichtner with the offense, like, can we see a different route? Can we see a freaking post route? Like, I think I said this last week. Can we see crossing? Like, these screens and these slants and these drag routes, they're only doing so much. And you could see it's taking a toll on our receiving core because they know they have to. The entire game is on on them getting us yards after the catch.
Dude, so listen real quick. At the level of the sport, do they play the same style football all season when they're winning and undefeated? When they have an undefeated record. I didn't think that they would. I didn't think that it happened that way at this level, but apparently it does. Apparently, if it ain't broke, they don't fix it. They didn't prepare differently for any other game, any other defense.
They're gonna have to.
So
I mean,
well, no, that comes by losses.
Right.
Typically, the loss shows your flaws, and then you build off those mistakes. And but we haven't had any losses.
Right.
So I wonder. I didn't think it worked that way at this level.
Right.
Like in high school, yeah, sure. If you're undefeated, they keep doing what works. They don't stop. But at this level, I had thought that, I didn't think they would do that. Maybe it takes a loss for them to change up. I hope they don't come out with the same game plan as they had.
Yeah. Defense is only going to get worse as the season goes on, because now we're down. We're out Bush and we're out Bud. Now we're down Spillane, and we're down Hayden. So that's 4 starters out this week. Again, not making excuses.
And Spillane was a big fill-in.
For sure.
Big.
So if our defense can copy last year's performance against the Bills and hold them to 17 points, our offense should be able to score more than 17 points if they get their act together. It's going to be tough, though, because the Bills' offense that they're playing is very similar to last year's, only better. Because now they have Stephon Diggs, and year 2 to year 3, the improvement in Josh Allen is incredible. Josh Allen is playing out of his mind this year. He's not as reckless with the football anymore. So, definitely going to be a tough game.
I think it's good that we tasted defeat.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think it's great that we did it with a team like Washington, Dallas, something like that. Not when it comes to the big games. We got Bills, Colts, Browns to finish out the season, the regular season.
Bills, Bengals, Colts, Browns.
Bengals, Colts, Browns.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I kept overlooking the Bengals, but I think it's great to taste the defeat right before the Bills, a good team. Now we can see where we're weak. I don't know why they didn't change up. I don't have the answers for that, but I do. I do know they were winning. I know they were winning football games, and they were undefeated. So maybe he just figured it worked.
It's pretty ridiculous to me. It's pretty ridiculous to me that they have not addressed these warts on offense because it's so obvious to me. I'm not saying it's a simple fix. That's not what I'm saying at all. But it looks like they're almost unwilling to acknowledge that there's a flaw.
Yeah.
Like I said last week, Mike Tomlin was pissed off after that Ravens game. The last thing I expected was us to get worse. There's a universe where we could have lost to Washington, but let's say we scored 34 points and they scored 35. That's a different story. The fact that our offense got worse after the Baltimore game, I can't explain that. I'm at a loss. I did not expect that. Not because Washington's defense is better than Baltimore's, which it might be, especially that front seven. That front seven didn't do shit. They didn't do anything.
Let's be honest, Lux. I'm non-biased. Do you feel the way we've played? We were prepared, or we were able to compete with full, healthy, competitive teams. Like, do you think, playing like we did all season long? Do you think we can compete again with the Browns? I'm not saying. This is different from the Chiefs question, right? This is different. I'm not saying like healthy, but the way we've been playing, the way we played Baltimore.
So I think whenever you look at the season as a whole, as in all 12 games, if you did an average of all 12 games, our average would probably still put us at the top. But how we've played the last couple weeks, and then like the Dallas game, the Baltimore game, and then the Washington game. If we play like that, we're not going to win many games at all. We're just not.
To me, and this is me, I mean, take it or leave it, but yes, the Pittsburgh Steelers were undefeated, but they didn't look like an undefeated football team to me. They didn't look like...
No.
They didn't look like... So it was like, I'm glad that it happened when it did, because we need the losses to reveal the issues. So right. The playoffs is what matters, man. Playoffs and then winning the big one.
Honestly, I'm getting really annoyed, and I don't see. I'm torn because I love Mike Tomlin as a head coach. I've always went at bat for Mike Tomlin. I respect him with the utmost respect. I'm really getting annoyed at seeing the potential we have on the field and feeling, and this is from a fan's perspective. I could be wrong. I'm not in the building. I feel like our coaches, I don't know if it's Tomlin, but he seems to be the common thread. I feel like our coaches just can't get the best out of our players. And it's not just the coaches we have on our staff now, but like our 2017 team when we went 13-3, we had no business to lose to Jacksonville in the playoffs in the divisional round. And now we're seeing like you have the potential of an undefeated team, clearly, because we're only 5 games away. Easily could have went 16-0, right? If you can win 11 games, you can win 16. So this isn't hyperbole at all. At the beginning of the season, had I said that, it would be hyperbole. Once you're an 11-0, who is to say you can't win 5 more, right? So we had the potential to win 16 straight.
Yeah, but I thought that was all because we were getting the best of the ability.
From a talent perspective, we had the talent on the roster, on the field to win 16 straight games. Why does it feel like our coaching staff is holding the players back? And here's the thing. If you watch the Washington game, and again, I don't know a lot about football. If you watch the Washington game, it looks like the players are holding us back with the drop passes, with the goal line stand. It looks like the players are holding us back, but really, to me, like, I think if you think about it a little harder, and some of the things I outlined, I think it was, I don't know if it's the game plan, or I think it's just the way our offense is designed. I don't think our offense is built to put built to produce to the potential of our team. That fourth down that we threw in a fade to our rookie running back, I for the life of me, I can't understand that. When you got Chase Claypool on the field, why are we throwing a fade to Anthony McFarland on 4th and 1? Why are we doing it? Why are we doing it?
Let me say this before I forget, okay? To go back to what you said, I don't necessarily believe it's that they can't bring out the best in these guys. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's the case at all, because I believe that's the only reason why we were undefeated.
Right.
Is because the best in these guys were brought out to win football games, because clearly our play calling hasn't been great. So I think that's the reason. But I will say what you're saying is, I think, is that they're not using them to the best of their ability.
No, not in the slightest bit. And the play calling,
I think these guys are playing with their heart. I think these guys are playing the best of their ability.
Dude, when Juju has the ball in his hand, tell me there's a player in the NFL that wants to win more than him. Everyone wants to talk about his TikTok and all this, his social media. When Juju has the ball in his hands, find me a player that wants to win more than that dude.
Chase Claypool the same way. Yeah. Not to shit on Juju, but they play with intentions, right?
Right.
You could see it. You could see it in their aggression. You can see it how they play. But I'm saying, I believe these guys are playing to the best of their ability. Yeah. I don't think they're slacking, but I don't think the coaches are, with our offense, like you're saying, the scheme that we have is utilizing them to the best of their ability, using them in the ways that they will be brought out with their best talents. And
right. Dude,
I don't know shit though. I don't know dick.
It's 3rd and 2, and that play where they threw to the lineman. All right. So we've seen, especially in the last couple of years in the NFL, linemen have caught touchdown passes, right? Right. Not too long ago, Chris Boswell threw a touchdown to Big Al in the end zone.
Yes, exactly.
The number one thing whenever you're going to throw a ball to a lineman is for the defense not to expect it, okay? All they did was put a lineman in the tight end position and did a rollout and used him like he was a tight end.
A tight end, yeah.
There was no smoke and mirrors or whatsoever. And not only did they do that, if you're going to throw to a fucking lineman, make sure the lineman's in the end zone and not jumping for the ball at the 2-yard line, because now you want that big fat motherfucker to run it. I don't care if it's 1 yard. You do not want him to turn around and have to juke or spin. And the fact that he wasn't even in the fucking end zone when they threw to him. And this is the shit that pisses me off with 3rd and 10 and we're throwing 2-yard passes. He wasn't even, you didn't even get him in the end zone before you threw the ball. You needed that dude to make a play. If you're throwing to a lineman, he's standing in the end zone like this. Find me all the lineman touchdowns. Go on YouTube right now and search lineman touchdowns are all in the fucking end zone.
Yeah, exactly. So they did the scheme.
Not running out routes on the 2-yard line. I don't know, and the ball wasn't catchable. I don't know if the lineman didn't do the right play. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but it was just a bad play design. It was just a bad play design. No misdirection. Normally, everyone's on one side, the lineman's sitting over there, baking a cake and setting up a TP, and then they throw it over him and he's wide open. They threw the ball in traffic on the 2-yard line. What the fuck are we doing?
I just hope we don't get crushed.
Dude, it's I formation. I'm like, please give us I formation. Please. They come out in I formation on first down. I'm like, holy shit. Derek Watt's on the field. It's first and 2, first and 3. I don't know what yard line they're at. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to pound it up the fucking middle. What do they? Derek Watt hits the B gap, and Snell runs right into the tackle's ass. We couldn't even do I formation. Right. And who's to say that they're not working on that at practice? Maybe they don't even work on I formation in practice. So whenever they do it out on the field, they have no clue what the fuck they're doing. Because it wouldn't surprise me. But play design, and I felt the same way about Todd Haley as I feel about Randy Fichtner. Our play design is terrible. With the receivers and the talent we have on offense, tell me there isn't coaches that could do better. Tell me there isn't fucking coaches that could do better than this shit.
Oh, yeah.
It pisses me off. Like, our play design is so bad. I'm so sick, and I've been saying this for weeks now. I'm so sick of seeing these wide receiver screens that don't do shit. Have you seen a running back screen? Because I haven't. I have not. I couldn't tell you one time I saw a running back screen. They throw these dumbass wide receivers.
These aren't even
screens.
screens. They're not even screens.
Dude, they're spot passes. Literally, we did this in high school where
they
say,
don't even set them
turn
up.
to the side. That's a spot pass.
Yeah.
That's all it is. They drive
they don't
me
even
crazy.
set them up.
If I see them throw a 2-yard pass on 3rd and 14 one more fucking time, I'm gonna lose my shit. Can we please try for 10 yards on 3rd and 14? Can we try for 11 and then get 3? Not 2 and then go get 10. It makes no sense to me. When you're setting it up, when you have blockers down the field and there's no one around them and you know he's got daylight, all right, by all means. But when you're throwing into, it's physically impossible to throw into traffic on 3rd and 14 if you're only throwing it 2 yards. It's physically impossible. I don't know what you want them to do.
Why do you think they keep doing it? Because it has been repetitive over every game. Has they been doing it because they won? Because they're undefeated?
If their plans to protect Ben, I don't see throwing it 50 times with a bad elbow is protection. That's not protection to me. Is it we have zero faith in our running backs? Well, maybe if you guys could scheme our running backs into some better plays, because I can't even begin. The fact that I'm excited to see James Conner back is baffling to me. I never thought I'd ever say those words, but I cannot wait to get James Conner back on the field. And here's the thing: after the Giants game this year, I was by all means throw Benny Snell in as the starter. I thought Benny Snell looked great against the Giants week 1 whenever Conner got hurt, but these 2 weeks without James Conner, Benny Snell's looked terrible. And I don't want to say he's a bad football player because I don't think he is.
I don't think it's Benny Snell. I think it's the whole situation.
I don't know. But I'm not down on them at all. And we're pretty much a lock for the playoffs. It's sad that the one game we lost was the game that would have clinched the playoffs for us. I know we can do it this week, but we're going to be in the playoffs.
Listen, this is the shit we should have been bitching about, and you have been bitching about this. So, even if they would have won, they're only going to get so far. Like you said, they were only going to get so far on this scheme, this one-dimensional scheme. So,
yeah, hopefully they're in the lab and they're figuring shit out.
Yeah, we hope so because these are the ones that count.
For sure. All right, Soldier, let's wrap this thing up. Good talking to you as always. Shit.
Yes, sir, my man. Wasn't really fully prepared, but we made it happen.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Got something out.
We're killing time, right?
That's it. That's it.
All right, subscribe, and we will see you guys next week.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully the Steelers win because we don't know what Lux is going to do next week when he flies off the handle.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Later.
All right, later.